Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Flying Solo's Lord of the Rings Progression Series. Today we are doing Khazad-dûm, quest number 2, the 7th level. Let's take a look. Whoop. The dwarven ruins of the book appear to hold a detailed record of the fledgling colony, but there is some elvish script at the end which seems out of place. Reveal 1 card per player, then add it to the staging area. Well, you know, Flying Solo plays alone. So we have the upper hall, which is doomed to... Hold on and time out! How could I forget my dice? What a goof. What a goof. So we're starting this with 27 threat, plus the 2 we just gained, so we're at 29 threat. You have to excuse the video quality here. My computer is in the shop for repairs, so the video and audio quality? If the video and quality sound a little off, look a little off, it's because I'm recording this on my cell phone. Okay, so that's that. You are investigating the 7th level of Moria, searching for the Chamber of Records and any sign of Balin's colony. In the heavy twilight of a hall, a bulky tome is discovered in the grip of a dwarven skeleton. You carefully take possession of the book. Perhaps it will give you some answers. Search the encounter deck for the Book of Mazarbul, and player may attach it to a hero of his choice and shuffle the encounter deck. So I read that card a little backwards, but we've already done that. We have the book here. Restricted attachment. Attached hero cannot attack and does not exhaust to commit to the quest, so we're giving it to Beefer, who only has 1 attack power anyway. Oh, you know what? We're going to give it to Dain Ironfoot, as he always wants to be ready, and he is our defender, so let's not have him attack with it at all. I think this is the right call, but we shall see. All right, we have the upper hall, which has 3 threat and 4 threshold, and let's take our opening hand here of 7 cards. Of course, we're using the same deck that we used in the last scenario, Dain, Glowin, and Beefer. Worked out pretty well there, and we'll hope for some good results. So Dunedain Warning, Self-Preservation, expensive. Orcbeard Longslayer, expensive. Longbeard Mapmaker, expensive. The boots are 3, but this is a mulligan. I want to see Steward of Gondor. If not that, then at least show me Sneak Attack Gandalf! Alright, now that was our one and only mulligan, so we take what we get from here, and it don't matter what it is, we stuck with it. Dark Knowledge. Sneak Attack. Faramir. Ancestral Knowledge. This is a new one for me. Exhaust a dwarf character to place 2 progress tokens on the active location, 4 instead if it's an underground or mountain. So what I love about this progression series is that it forcing me to use, there's the Steward, use the cards that, and Gandalf, oh boy, that I wouldn't normally play with. And Celebrian Stone, we are looking good. So we're going to resource up here, 1, 2, 3. And the first thing we're going to do is get that Steward of Gondor on the King of the Dwarves, Dain Ironfoot, and exhaust it to give him 2 resources. And then we're going to pay to put Celebrian Stone on Dain Ironfoot, who no longer exhausts the quest, giving him willpower 3. And that's all. We're going to save our lore resource, and we are going to quest. So Dain for 3, and Biffer for 2, and Glowin for 2. Just put them all there. Now, of course, Dain is ready. Dwarves get +1 attack, +1 willpower, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 willpower. We'll set our willpower dice, and we will delve deeply and greedily. A Goblin Spearman, +2 attack if the attack is undefended. This is no problem. So he has 2 threat, +3 from the upper hall, has 5, that's allow us to put 4 out of 15 threshold on the search for the chamber. And we will pull this dwarf, this Goblin Spearman with the dwarves. First, we will travel to the upper hall, then we will pull the Spearman down, emptying the staging area, and we will block. So he has 2 attack against our 3 defense, exhausting to defend. No shadow effect, no damage, no problem. So we will raise our threat to 30. We will turn on the air conditioner and we will draw a card. Protector of Lorien. Always like to see that. Now we are really going to get juiced up here, as we have one Biffer, one Glowin, and an exhausting Steward of Gondor to get 3. Steward of Gondor is such a clutch, has been so clutch. Alright, so we're going to spend all 4 of these and just bring out our other MVP of the progression series so far, Faramir. And Faramir, brother of Boromir, son of Denethor. And we will quest. This time committing Beefer and Dayan Ironfoot. So that is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, since he is ready. And we have Faramir up and ready if we need him to add the extra 2. Let's reveal. Another Goblin Spearman, +2 attack if the attack is undefended. So he has 2 threat. So we're going to put 4 progress, which allows us to complete the upper hall. And we have no choice, since our threat is 30, but to take the Goblin Spearman and defend 2 spear attacks. So first, with Dayan Ironfoot. You know what? First, we're going to defend with Glowin. His 2 attack against our 1 defense, no shadow effect. He is going to take 1 damage, which is just what we're counting on, as when he takes damage, he'll take a resource. Then we will pay a resource and sneak attack Gandalf into play, dealing 4 damage and destroying this Goblin Spearman before he has the chance to ever attack. And Gandalf, at the end of the enemy attack phase, will go back to our hand. Gandalf, I love you. And now we will... So, Dayan cannot attack, so unfortunately this Goblin Spearman will not take any damage, and we will ready our dwarves and draw us a card, going to 31 threat, with a clear staging area. Durin's Song, choose a dwarf hero to get +2 will, +2 attack, and +2 defense. It doesn't get much better than that when you're playing tribal dwarves. And now let's cough up these resources. 1, and Steward of Gondor for 2 more. Now, I want to get some cards. So we're going to play Gandalf. We're not going to mess around. Whoa-oh. Wacky shack. We're going to play Gandalf right now for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to draw 3 cards. Another copy of Faramir, a Forest Snare, and a Sneak Attack. Then we're going to play We're going to play Protector of Lorien on Dayan Ironfoot, our defender, and a quester. And we're going to commit Gandalf, Beefer, and Dayan for 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And reveal a Cave Troll. Oh Lord. That's when we waste our Gandalf, the Cave Troll comes. For each excess point of damage dealt by Cave Troll, you must damage another character you control. So he has 33 threat engagement cost, so he will not get us this turn. But he's leaving 4 on the board. We have 10, so we're going to add 6. Do we want to exhaust Faramir? Adding 6 will give us 10 progress here. Exhausting Faramir will give us another 3. And we're going to defend 1, 2, 3. We can't kill the troll. We got to get rid of this Goblin Spearman, I guess, so let's just put the 10, these are 5 each, on the chamber. Whoops. And try to deal with this. And that troll attacks for 6. We'll try and deal with the Spearman. So, of course, we'll block with Dayan Ironfoot, who cannot attack. And his shadow card. Add Goblin Swordsman to the staging area. When it rains, it pours. Dayan takes no damage as he has 3 defense, and we will swing for 3, dealing 1 damage to the Goblin Spearman. Then we will go to 32 threat, which means we have 1 more turn before we have to engage the troll. And Gandalf says goodbye. Peace out. I do not want to fight a cave troll. I gotta go. We draw an Erebor Record Keeper. The cave troll, I've just realized, is not immune. Can have attachments, so we're just gonna snare him, right? Like that's the... We'll tank with Dane, we'll discard for Protector Lorien, and we will put him in the Forest Snare. That's our way out of this mess, isn't it? So we're going to use Bifur's ability to pay a resource from Dane and go to Bifur, and then play one from Bifur. Is it Bifur or Beaver? And we're going to put the Erebor Record Keeper right into play there, next to Faramir. So he can exhaust to and pay a lore resource to ready a dwarf. Very powerful also in this deck. We're going to save the Durin Song for a more dire time of need. Now we have 5 threat in the staging area, and we still yet only have Bifur to commit. So now we will commit Faramir and Dane, of course. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is not a lot of progress. And let's see what we're going to draw. We need Glowin to fight the Spearman, so actually we need Faramir to finish him off as well. We'll have to burn our Durin Song. There's not much else to say about that. That swordsman is coming too. Well, what do we have without him? 6? I guess we can always quest him if the board is bad. Let's just see what it is. Upper Hall, doomed to 34. That means the cave troll is coming right now. And there is 7, 8 threat in the staging area, so we must exhaust Faramir if we don't want to take 2 more doom. 2 more threat. So we'll travel to the Upper Hall, and we engage with both the cave troll and the Spearman. And things are getting bad. We'll deal them each a shadow card. First the troll, then the Spearman, Goblin Swordsman, then the Goblin Spearman. So let's tank the troll first. Block with Daein Ironfoot and reveal his shadow card. Attacking enemy that's +1, +3 if he's a goblin. Alright, so the troll's attacking for 7. We have 3 defense, so we'll take 4. We are going to discard Faramir. And boy, I think we're gonna need that to fight. So 5, 4 defense, so we'll take 3. That's not good, but that's what it is. We'll take 3. Then we'll pay a lore resource and exhaust the Record Keeper to pop Daein back on his feet. And we will... Man. Not good. A 3 attack and a 2 attack. This one is undefended, then it'll deal 4. We gotta block them both. That's the long and short of it. So we're going to block the swordsman with Daein, who has 3 defense. So let's take a look. No shadow effect, no damage, no problem. Now we will block the spearman with Glowin, who has 1 defense against his 2 attack. No shadow effect, so he takes his 2nd damage, but he will gain us another resource. And we will ready all of our heroes and raise our threat to 35. And hopefully, luckily, we can get out of this mess that we're in. We certainly have a lot of resources now. So, 1, 2, and 1, and exhaust Steward of Gondor, and pass 1 over to Beaver, and draw a card, Miner of the Iron Hills. He'll be good to do something. Absorb something, pay for something, but we can't pay for him this turn because first thing we gotta do is snare the big booty daddy right over there. And now we'll have to wait to play him. We have nothing to play, so we gotta fight. So hopefully we don't pick up another enemy here. 3 from Daein and 3 from Beaver is 6. Nothing in the staging area, so we're gonna have to slow things down, try and deal with these 2 enemies. Oh, we can't use our Erebor Record Keeper either, so let's exhaust him for 8. Okay, and we reveal Undisturbed Bones. Each player must deal X damage to 1 ally, where X is the number of allies he controls. So I control 2 allies? So we'll deal 2 damage to Faramir. We have That's not too bad. He's still alive. So our 8 against 0 in the staging area. We put 4 on this and 4 on the quest. So 14 out of 15. We will worry about making it out of here next turn. Right now we must defend. With shadow card here. Dayan will block the spearman, his 3 against our 3 defense. Add goblin swordsman to the staging area. Dang it. Boy. That's not what you wanted to see. We're gonna have to risk Faramir. 2 against 2. No shadow effect. Wow, lucky. And then we can't fight. We can't kill anybody. We're gonna have to hope for a lucky pull. Nope, only Glowin to fight. Well, he can actually deal 1 damage to the Goblin Swordsman. He has 2 attack against his 1 defense. So that's what we look like now. We're gonna ready up and go to 36 threat. And hopefully we come up with some means to spend all of these juicy, lovely purple resources. We will put 1 and a 3. So let's switch this with a dice now that he has 2, 4, 6, 7. He will hold on to 6 resources. Get a nice little dice here. He will hold on to 6 resources, and he will pass 1 to Beefer. And we draw a card. Lorien's Wealth. Draw 3 cards. That would be great if we didn't absolutely need to play another dwarf ally this turn to fight. So, Miner of the Iron Hills it is. Paying 2. And we have the Miner of the Iron Hills come in and join our fellowship. And we're just going to have to quest with Dayan this turn. We got to clear this board out, so we'll quest with Dayan for 3. And the Arab... No. Yep, we can't use Biffer again, so the Erebor Record Keeper, so we quest only for 5. Revealing a Goblin Scout. So, we cannot optionally engage the Scout because we have 25 or higher threat. That's okay. We must... So first we have 4, we put 5, so we add 1 progress to the quest, and the search for the chamber is complete. You have discovered the chamber. Before you lies the resting place of Balin, last lord of Moria. The final portion of the book tells the grim tale. Balin was slain in the Dimril Dale, and the dwarves were trapped in the mines. It seems as if there are no survivors. You stand silently by his tomb, but cannot tarry. Orc war cries and horns sound close. You leave the cumbersome book as a testament to the dwarves' valor, and prepare to fight your way out, lest Balin's fate become your own. Remove the Book of Mazarbul from the game. That's that for that. At the end of each staging step, reveal the top X cards of the encounter deck, adding all enemies to the staging area, where X is the number of players, 17 to quest, and if we defeat this stage, we win the game. So we're not in a terribly dire situation yet. Presuming we can get rid of one of these enemies. A little bit of luck, we can power quest through this, but I will say that these goblins have had a lot of luck so far with us. So the first thing we're going to do is defend the first Goblin Swordsman with Dayan. Add a Goblin Swordsman to the staging area. Oh boy, so he's up there, but we take no damage. We're going to block with Beefer. 3 against 2. Add a Goblin Spearman to the staging area. This is getting crazy. I am not happy. 2 against 2, blocking with the Miner of the Iron Hills. No shadow effect. Now we swing. 2, 3, killing this Spearman. And resetting our staging area. So we got rid of 1, but we added 2. 37 threat. We need cards. Now. Pronto. Quickly. We need something big. Okay, 37 threat. We draw a card. Longbeard Orc Slayer. That could be just what we needed. 1, 2, And we'll go to 9, spending 1 to 8, and give 1 to Biffer, and immediately play 1, 2, 3, 4, the Longbeard Orc Slayer. After he enters play, deal 1 damage to each orc enemy in play. Oh my god. These two are both orcs, so they're dead. Orc, orc, orc. Did you? What a... That is massive! Longbeard Orc Slayer. Wait. We're going to go back. We're going to sneak attack the Longbeard Orc Slayer into play from our hand for 1. I know. It seems like a cheat, but I just had a bit of a better idea. So we're sneak attack the Longbeard Orc Slayer into play. And then we will also play nothing. At the end of the phase, we'll put him back in our hand. Same result, but next turn he can wipe out the rest of these dirty goblins. Wow, massive. I'm so happy that that happened. But we still have to defend 3 of these attacks. And we no longer have the book, which means the Celebrian Stone is wasted on Day and Ironfoot. That's a big whoops. So here we're going to quest for 2, 5. There's 3, 4, 5, 6 in the staging area. Meh. We just got to survive until the Longbeard Orc Slayer comes back next turn. 5, 6. So there's 6, and we can... Wait. We need the Erebor Record Keeper up. This could be a little hairy. That Goblin Scout only has 1 attack. We're going to just do this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we can add 3 with Faramir. Let's see what we get. It's a Goblin Swordsman. And then at the end of the staging step, reveal 1 card. It's an enemy, so we put him into play 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we will go to 9. And now we're going to take a bunch of undefended attacks and die. Yeah. We have to engage these 4. So somebody might bite the dirt here. Tough. It was all enemies. After an enemy is revealed from the encounter deck, you must deal damage to a character. Well, he doesn't do anything to us this turn, thankfully for that. Let's hope we can survive. So let's deal some shadow cards. 1. First is this guy, 2, 3, and 4. So we block Day and Ironfoot, blocking this Goblin Swordsman. Nope, no damage. Glowin will block this Goblin Swordsman. 3 against 1, he takes 2. Oh, he's dead. Glowin is gone. There's nothing I can do about that. And now I take 2 undefended attacks, so this is a loss. This is a loss for sure. Maybe I should have taken the threat. What can you do? Well, wait. Wrong. We're gonna use Durin's Song to give him +2 defense, and he will take no damage instead. So he's at 3. He's still at 2 and 3 resources. Alright, now we gotta take these undefended, and this guy has +2 when he takes 1 undefended, so this is gonna get hairy. First, this Goblin Scout only has 1 attack, so take 1 damage, and we're gonna put it on Glowin, so he'll be at 3 of 4 and another resource. And now we'll take this undefended, add this guy to the staging area, and Glowin is going to die. After sucking up all those hits. What a hero. But this gives us a chance to perhaps win the game. But perhaps not. We'll ready everybody and go to 38 threat. This is a lot of enemies. Oh. Deal 1 damage to a character we control because an enemy came into play. So we'll put 1 on the Miner of the Iron Hills. Faramir, stand tall. Alright. So Dane gets 3 resources from Steward of Gondor this turn. So we'll put 2 and 1 on Biffer and 1 on Biffer from Dane. And we'll draw a card. A Snowborn Scout. That's okay. We're going to pay 3 Biffer resources to draw 3 cards with Lorien's Wealth. Rumors in the Earth. Dunedain Warning. Brock Iron Fist. He would have been sexy last turn, wouldn't he have? Don't see that guy very often coming in handy, and that would have just been amazing, but we may have a Dwarven Hero leave play soon enough. So we go down to 6, and we will once again play the Longbeard Orc Slayer. And this time he's going to finish these 3, as they all have only 2 health, and put 1 on each of these. I was hoping for another sneak attack, but we don't get that lucky. That does help us immensely, however. Of course, we're going to play for 1, the Snowborn Scout, because he can tank a hit. We're going to put a progress. Well, there's no locations to put a progress on, but we need him anyway. Okay, let me think. We're going to put him back. We're going to spend all 6 resources and just play Brock hard cast from hand, as we really need this. Alright, so let's put our fellowship up here so everyone can see. We've got Faramir, Brock Iron Fist, Miner of the Iron Hills, Erebor Record Keeper, and Longbeard Orc Slayer. And we have the 1 resource for Erebor Record Keeper who can ready another dwarf. If only we didn't have to quests. There's 4 in the staging area. So that's Biffer definitely for 3, at least. For 3. And Miner of the Iron Hills, that'll be another one. That's 4. And we can just leave Faramir and fight. We can quest with... We're going to definitely fight 2, maybe more. He can ready a dwarf character, so he can ready Biffer if need be. Fight, fight, fight. We'll just exhaust Faramir and add his 3 naturally. 7. Oh, sorry, he only does 2. What am I talking about? 3. He doesn't get Dane's bonus, so we'll leave this at 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is at 4. We're just going to leave it at 4. Goblin Tunnels. Well, this is in the staging area. After a goblin is revealed from the encounter deck, remove a progress token. So put that there, 6. We're going to take 2 threat and go to 40, fail the quest. We're going to travel to the Goblin Tunnels. Boop. And we're going to engage the Goblin Spearmen. So this is kind of balancing out now because of the All-Star Orc Slayer. They each get a shadow card. We're going to defend the first attack with Dayan. Can we leave Dayan ready? 3 attack, though. I think it's best to just block with him since he has 3 defense. So we're going to block with him. 3 attack. No shadow effect. So no damage. 2 attack here, but +2 it's undefended, so we must block. So how about we spend 1 resource and exhaust Erebor Record Keeper, ready Dayan Ironfoot, and block. Well, it's only 2. No, it's only 2. Doesn't matter. We're still going to block just with Dayan. 2 against 3, no shadow effect, and the Cave Troll is out of the deck, so that's massive. And now we fight. So Dayan is down, so these do not get their +1. Brock Iron Fist kills this Goblin Swordsman. Wait, I didn't reveal the top card of the deck. It was not an enemy. Or was it an enemy? Uh-oh. No, it was the Plundered Armory. So that means that this shadow effect would have happened adding this Swordsman to the staging area. I forgot to reveal the extra card for the Fate of Balin. I'm sorry, but we made up for it. Now, 1, 2, 3 from Orc Slayer and Faramir is enough to kill this Spearman. This guy comes into play. We must deal a damage to one of our characters, and we will choose Brock Iron Fist. Now, we're ready, everybody, again. Go to 41 threat. Unfortunately, the Goblin Tunnels need 7 progress, so this is going to be tough. Especially since we're down a hero. But we still have the Steward. So 1, 2, 3, and we will draw a card. We will draw ourselves a Gandalf. Where's Gandalf? Dunedain Mark. Attached to a hero only. We also have Dunedain Warning. I suppose we should use them now that we have some spare resources. So we're gonna play the Snowborn Scout for 1, so he can suck up a hit. He'll put a progress here. And I suppose we're gonna use Rumor from the Earth to look at the top card of the encounter deck. Each player must deal X damage to one ally or X number of allies. We're going to leave that on top. That's okay with me. I'm going to pay 1 to put it right back in our hand. And we're going to play a Dunedain Warning with Dane, give him 4 defense, just in case. Some extra protection. And we're going to quest Beefer for 3. And Miner of the Iron Hills, that'll be 4. And Brock, that will be 7. And plus another potential +3 from Faramir. That's good. So we must deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage to one ally. We will choose the Miner of the Iron Hills, I guess. So that'll put us down to 6. We're at 6. And now check. It is an enemy, so he goes to the staging area, and we must deal with damage to one of our characters. We'll choose Brock. 1, 2, 3, 4 threat, so it means we can put 2 progress on the Goblin Tunnels. Ye gads. And these 2, 3 attack. Goblins come down, so we will give a resource to Biffer, and we will block with Dane, who has 4 defense. So 1, 2. Dane blocks the first one. If the defending character is an ally, discard it from play. Damn, nope. And then we will exhaust the Record Keeper to ready Dayan and block the second one. No effect. Now we will fight. 1, 2, 3. This swordsman is dead. Oh, that orc is gone. He only has 1 hit point. He was dead when Brock came into play. Well, that's so stupid of me. We're going to leave him out because I made that stupid mistake. Nope, he's fine. Now we have nothing else, so we're done. We go to 42 threat. We really got to start moving. We are on the cusp of threading out. Our playing area is also getting further and further away from the screen. A lot of action in this scenario, I must say. So we have no progress out of 17 on the Fate of Balin. We're 3 out of 7 here. A lot of work to do still. Draw a card. It's Gandalf. It's Gandalf, and he's here to save the day. It's Gandalf. I love Gandalf. But we don't have sneak attack, but that's okay. 1 and 3, Steward of Gondor. And we are going to just... We can't even afford to play Gandalf, so I'm going to use Power of the Earth to look at the top card of the deck. Upper Hall, Doomed 2. I'm going to return that to my hand. Damn. Well, we don't want that, but what can you do? We can't do too much about it. So we exhaust Biffer for 3, and Brock again for another 3, so that's 6. And the Erebor Record Keeper for 2, that's 8. We really got to start moving, so I am putting caution to the wind. So this dooms us to 44. And then we look at the top. It is an enemy, so it goes on the stage. That's happened every time. Chieftain of the Pit gets +3 attack until the end of the round. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 8, so we put 1 here. This is awful. We'll travel. We can't travel there. What am I talking about? So we engage the Chieftain, who has 5 attack. No shadow cards are left in there, so no enemies will be dealt shadow cards this turn. So we will simply block the Chieftain with Dayan Ironfoot and discard Dunedain Mark for an extra defense, and Dayan will take 1 damage. I really made a mistake not putting the Celebrian Stone on Biffer at the beginning of the game, I'll tell you that. 3 attack from the Goblin Swordsman, no shadow effect, no shadow card available, so we're going to block and destroy the Snowborn Scout. And we are going to attack for 3 and kill the Swordsman, ending our turn and going to 45 threat. Now we must reshuffle the Shadow deck. Oh, and a goblin came into play again. We got to deal with damage. We'll deal one to the Longbeard Orc Slayer. That's from the archer there. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. We'll draw a card. Ancestral knowledge again. I thought it would be great, but I guess it is. We're going to exhaust the airborne record. Now, wait. So 1, and Dan gets 1, 2, 3. We're going to give one to Biffer. And we're going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Gandalf. Bring Gandalf into play, dealing 4 damage to the Chieftain of the Pit and destroying him. Now we got to move. We got to move. We're going to pay 1 and exhaust a dwarf character to place 4 progress tokens on an underground location. So we're going to exhaust the Record Keeper and clear the underground tunnels. Then we're going to pay another green and exhaust Biffer to clear. So we're going to exhaust the Longbeard Orc Slayer to clear the upper hall. So both of these locations are gone, leaving us only the Goblin Archer in the staging area as our only threat. So we're going to YOLO quest. You only live once. We're going to use Rumors of the Earth and just take a peek at what... Get up here. Take a peek at what it is. Okay, it's Plundered Armory. So, a location. So we're just going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Nah, he's not worth it. It's not worth it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. And we will add Faramir to add 1, 2, 3, 4. So 15. 15. That's revealed. And no enemy off the top this time. So there's 5. We add 10. And we'll travel to the Plundered Armory. Gandalf is gone. Alright, that was quite a turn. That was quite a turn. We're almost out of this. We draw a card. Resources, we go to 46. Shoot, secret paths. Oh well, that's too bad. We've already, so 1 and 3 for the Steward of Gondor. We can use the Airborne Record Keeper now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9. We're just going with 9 and exhausting Faramir. 10, 11, 12, 13. We're going for 13. Drawing a Goblin Scout and dealing 1 damage to the Longbeard Orc Slayer and revealing Upper Hall. No way. So 5. We have 13, so we're going to put 8, 2, and 6? We're at 16 out of 17. 16 out of 17. Goblin Scout comes down. We block with Daein Ironfoot. He has 1 attack, no damage. Oh my gosh, we're going to do this. 47 threat. 47 threat. We ready our party. Our mess of a party. There we are. We draw a card. Burning Brand. Well, we'll put the Burning Brand on Daein Ironfoot using both Biffer resources and 1, 2, 3 purple. We'll pass 1 to Biffer so we can use Secret Paths and we quest again. Who cares? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 with Faramir. We quest for 13. That's 12 plus 1. Revealing a Goblin Scout. And also revealing nothing. No enemy again. We got very, very lucky. 3, 4, 5. 13. We only need 1 on the quest. We're done. We win. So there we go. If the players defeat the stage, they win the game. So, sorry about the camera and the quality. I hope you were able to see everything that was happening. The camera's kind of above my eyesight line, so I couldn't see when things were coming into the frame, but this is what a successful, the 7th level looks like. Join us next time on Flying Solo, where hopefully we'll have our computer back, but even if not, we will be playing.